Hi everybody, Laura here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's a fun one. I've got lots of colorful rainbow blooms. I'm calling this a 2-for-1 Petalcraft. This is the Petalcraft Layering Die Set by Altenew. She's just a little mini die set, but it's got that keyhole system, that signature Altenew keyhole system that allows you to layer up die cuts effortlessly, and I'm going to be using a ton of delicious Altenew solid color cardstock. Okay, so 2 dies, lots of blooms. Let's talk colors because I'm going to be using a lot of them. So I'm going to go in rainbow order, starting with the pinks. I have Pastel Sunrise and Coral Bliss. That's the first bloom. Second bloom, Crimson and Vineyard Berry. That's the second bloom. Third bloom, Pastel Sunrise again, and Rouge. Okay, so every flower is getting a lighter and a darker shade. So we're going to start with the first one here. And there's 2 different types of blooms in this Petalcraft. One is like roundy and one is pointy. And we're going to alternate blooms. Some are going to be roundy, some are going to be pointy. So the first one is the roundy. So I'm going to do one set with Coral Bliss, and then I'm going to do another little scrap of Pastel Sunrise. So this is a great way to use up scraps. Maybe you have a drawer full of scraps like me, and you've got all the colors under the rainbow. This is a great way to use it. And okay, so I zoomed in so you could see this keyhole system. And I'm going to alternate colors, and you just line up that keyhole shape and see how the petals kind of stagger. Like some go straight up, and then the next one goes, do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but the petals are staggered, yet the keyhole remains intact. The other awesome thing is I'm getting 2 blooms with one shebang, okay? So now this is going to end up, when we're all said and done, we're going to have 2 cards. It's a 2-for-1 Petalcraft. Next bloom, Vineyard Berry and Crimson. And all you need is a little scrap. So here's the Vineyard Berry, and this is the pointy blooms, okay? And I'm using my little Anna Griffin Mini because it's easy. When you're doing a ton of die cutting, it's nice to have an electric. Who's kidding who? Okay, so there's the Vineyard Berry, and then here we have the next little scrap is Crimson. If I forget to mention a color, I'll have it all linked in my description box. And there's also an exclusive offer, and I'll share more at the end of the video. There'll also be information in the description box. You can get a free pack of solid color cardstock. There's select colors. It'll tell you more information. Anywho, gluing these together. Now this is going to be like the red bloom. So the first blooms were pinkish. Now these are like reddish. And we're working our way through, having a time. It's kind of, some would say this might be tedious, but you got to sit down, maybe put on some tunes, and just have a good old time. Another thing you could do if you wanted is you could add foam tape. You could pop up these petals and give them dimension out the wazoo. Now here, I can tell that I messed up on this one. I did not even line up the keyholes. But you know what? It still looks good. It still looks good. So even if you don't use the keyhole properly, and it's still going to come out okay. Now here's the next 2 blooms, which I forgot what colors, but I think I mentioned it before. I know I used Pastel Sunrise again, and I think it's, is it Rouge? If I can remember. Do you know how many colors the Altenew has? Not only of solid color cardstock, but of inks. Far, far, far too many for me to remember. Here we have Pumpkin Pie and Sunkissed. So these are kind of like the orangey yellows. And I did a pointy bloom. I'm not going to show the whole process because you get the idea. You're just gluing them together. But I do want to show you little bits and pieces, you know. Now for colors, here's the green ones. Ooh, I love these colors of green. And I think I show after I glue it together the exact colors, but these are very, very happy greens. They're bright ones, and I see how I'm alternating the roundy blooms and then the pointy blooms, and we're just going like that. Okay, so this is Frayed Leaf and Parrot. I gotta say that Parrot, she might be a fave. It's a very kind of limey. Okay, and then I went ahead, and just kind of went through the rainbow. Here I'm finishing it off. I'm rounding it out with a purple, 2 shades of purple, excuse me, and then that's going to round. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different blooms, but actually we ended up with 18 because when you run them through the die cutting machine, it gives you enough to make 2 blooms. How good is that? Okay, so let's cover colors. Sweet Leaf and Minty Mint. That's for that next kind of greeny blue. And then we have Volcano Lake and Lagoon for the tealy aquas. And then for the true blues, we have Arctic Mountain and Caribbean Sky. And then lastly, what do I have here? I think it's called Deep Iris. And then the light purple. I believe that's Soft Lilac. And there you have them all. Now I have 2 A2 white card bases here. Nina Solar White, 110 pound, nice and sturdy. I'm going to do 3 rows of 3. So here I'm getting the lay of the land. And they just fit snug as a bug in a rug. And I don't want to sing it, but every time I want to sing Working My Way Through the Rainbow Order. I need a new jingle. I need a new jingle that expresses my love of Rainbow Order. So I'm just going to, I want to leave a little bit of extra room down at the bottom to stamp a sentiment. A lot of times when I do layouts like this, I'll pop up a sentiment right in the middle. But today I was feeling very simple, stamp a black sentiment down at the bottom and, and just keep it easy peasy. This is going to be a nice one to mail because nice and flat. And I've been trying to do that lately. Mail the cards. Can you believe it? What a concept. But I gotta say, it's influencing me to go a little bit flatter. By the way, I forgot to mention, which you probably noticed here, I didn't use any of the centers. All of those blooms on the Petalcraft Layering Die Set included centers, but I didn't die cut them and I didn't do them because I'm going to fill the centers with sequins. Here I'm going to stamp sentiments on these. So I pulled out the Sweet Harvest stamp set. Really, you could use any stamp set that you have that has a great sentiment you love. This one has some really good ones. I like the Sending Warm Thoughts Your Way, Blessed to Have a Friend Like You. Just an all-purpose, thoughtful hello. You could send it any time of the year. So I'm just stamping those with a black ink onto the bottom of the card. Fits like it was meant to be. And then now for embellishment, I mentioned sequins. I'm doing the Dazzling Diamonds on one of them and kind of the middle size, not the super large, not the super tiny, but like the middle size. Another thing you could put in the center, I was thinking about it, was enamel dots, but the thought of using 9 enamel dots kind of pushes me over the edge. Like I'm a semi hoarder. I can't part with 9 on one card. Who's kidding who? But you know what else would be good is you had like Nouveau drops or something like that. Or you could just use the dies that come in the set. But I chose the sequins just to spice it up, give it a little bit of bling here. And so putting 1 in each of the centers. So these are the silver. And then on the other card, I'm going to use the clear iridescent. These are my favorite, the clear iridescent, and most used. But I feel like since I've been using these a lot, I got to find or get a better user-friendly storage system. Pulling them out of these little Ziploc bags is kind of getting on my nerves. But I do love a clear iridescent sequin. Again, kind of middle of the road, not too big, not too small. So which one do you like better? The clear iridescent or the silver? Can you even pick? I mean, they're both good. But I like the simple sentiment. 2 for 1. You can't beat that. And then here's the free gift offer. A free pack of cardstock. 10 sheets on all orders over $99. Use code LAURACOLOR. It's the cozy multicolor cardstock pack. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you next time.